What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of Love and Hip Hop Miami. This is season 4, episode 11. Is it one more episode after this, or is it two more? I know I saw a commercial before the episode that came on. This episode came on and said we got two more episodes. So I didn't know if they were talking about this episode and then next week. Y'all clear that up for me because I haven't seen the end yet to see the preview. But anyway, Indecent proposal. Okay, now let I'm kind of annoyed that, I just got through looking at Black Ink Crew, okay? And that episode pissed me off, so I was going off about that. Only to come to Love and Hip Hop Miami for them to still be talking about literally the first scene. The first scene is a continuation of this get together with Neri and Princess Love up there telling Sheila how she should run her retreat, okay? And it just irks me because it is some people that don't understand and think that, Sheila was wrong or whatever. And I truly don't understand that. Because if it was a white woman that was in Neri's position, because from what people tell me, Neri is a white Cuban, okay? You know, just because you are mother to a black child, you are dating a black man, you are married to a black man, that does not mean that you are a black woman. That does not mean you are black by association. That does not mean anything. That just means that you have a black husband and a black child. Okay? That's what that means, all right? Will we be having this same discussion? Would this even be an issue if Neri, like I said, was an actual white woman, like a white woman, a European white woman, a Caucasian woman trying to get into a black woman's only event, all right, retreat. You know what I'm saying? No, we would not. We would be cursing. Everybody would be on 100% on Sheila's side saying, no, this is why we can't have nothing for ourselves or whatever, the entitlement. And that's all I was seeing with Princess and Neri. And mostly it was Princess. And I just didn't understand the reason why Princess got so big and bad and all up in her feelings and was coming at Sheila like, you basically not listen to what we're saying. And it's almost as if she expected Sheila to just hear her out and to right on the spot change her event around and to make it so that we can teach women who are, mothers to black kids. That's not what her event was originally about. And like Sheila said, we have different types of events, but this particular event is a black women's retreat. It's for black women, and she's listening to her people who are coming. She's giving them what they want. So they want a black woman's event, retreat, or whatever. So that is what she's trying to give them. I don't care about your sob story. And I'm saying it like I don't care because I understand. I understand that Princess may have been going through some stuff growing up as, being half black. And she said, being mistreated by her family. And, she don't have people around her that's like positive black influence or whatever the freak it is, okay? And then you turn it on and say, Neri got black kids, so how come she can't be invited? Because the event wasn't even about that. Nowhere did I hear Sheila even say anything about children, okay? You know what I'm saying? She didn't say nothing about that. Why would she put on a retreat talking about raising kids when she don't even have kids herself? And I don't know the close relationship that she has with Ace's kids, okay? So, I mean, that don't make sense. And if she does put on a retreat like that, that would be a separate retreat. That would be something totally different. And Princess, you sitting up here acting as though you are being not listened to, and Sheila is like, I'm not understanding this energy. I just don't understand where you're coming from. And she said, I made it very clear what it's about. There was no reason for Neri to get upset, and there is no reason for Princess to get upset. It's not being divisive, okay? And it's just like she said, we need safe spaces. You mean to tell me Neri can't find a group that got for mothers? You nor Neri can't find a group that got other races that's raising black kids, okay, that was in interracial relationships that's raising black kids, okay? And truth be told, Princess, you are surrounded by black women who raise black kids in your own freaking household. If you were to get along with them, maybe you can probably talk to them. You got Ray J mama, you got Brandy, okay? Like, who else you need? Who else you need? Who else you need? And they raised black women, and his mama, and granted, y'all may have y'all issues or whatever, but his mama raised a son and a daughter. You have a son and a daughter, and they're black. Like, come on, let's not be dense. And that's why I feel like this storyline was just contrived and fake as shit. Because where is the issue? If this was a white woman that was saying that, we would not even, it wouldn't even got here. It wouldn't even got here. And I'm not even trying to be bigoted or prejudiced or whatever, but I'm just saying, this is why we need safe spaces. Okay, you cannot be included in everything all the damn time. All right, you act like you can't go find a fucking group yourself. Okay, like you got the means. This the first time you thought about that. This the first time you thought about that, and now you want to do something about it when this comes on, when they start filming for Love and Hip Hop. Girl, get the fuck up out of here. You too, Neri. Okay, Neri just sat there looking baffled. Oh shit, look what I done started. Exactly, look what you done started, okay? Moving on from now, everybody want to be included in everything that they not. That's entitled. You was acting like a fucking Karen, princess. Damn, that shit made me mad. But anyway, then we get up into Sukiana. Baby, Suki, she got her Instagram account back. And, you know, she's about to be on the road with this opening of her Good Cat, you know, salon, store or whatever. And so, you know, her friend Tina had asked her what's going on between you and Bill. Basically nothing. Okay, she broke up with him. They done. And she was like, you know, he be calling me when y'all be, you know, be upset and you break up with him and all this stuff. And he be crying and all that stuff. And I'm just like, you know, typical stuff. At this point, I'm not even entertained by Suki and Bill. They don't need to be together right now. Like, I know after looking at all this stuff, I know what I said in the beginning, but I'm changing it now. Okay, it's ridiculous at this point. Moving on from that, we get to, you know, Florence and Gael. Okay, Florence go over there to Gael's restaurant. She was like, we always been up in competition. You know, she got her restaurant, I got my restaurant and all that. But, you know, after going through the stuff that was going through with Marlon at this point, it's like, we do have to come together. And that's why, because they so much in competition with each other, that's why she used to think that, or that's why she did think that Gael was lying to her about Marlon, you know, and come to find out she was 100% correct. But, you know, they go sit outside and eat, and then their other sister Joyce came over there and told her what she was trying to tell her during the booty bar the beauty bar opening, that, you know, Marlon did try to touch her ass too. Okay, he tried to touch both of the sisters' asses, and, you know, Gael said, what we gonna do to dead this situation, we gonna get Marlon and Debbie up in the same room and have a conversation to see who gonna say what, okay? And then we gonna dead that shit, and I don't want to hear nothing else about him. I don't want you going back to him or whatever, so let it be done. And I said, that, truth be told, Florence probably still with him, but, and this is not funny, but the reaction just made me go, huh? Okay, because it was their reaction, okay? And you can tell, like, I don't want to say shit is scripted, okay? But this whole response, it just gave me scripted tease, you know? And I'm going to tell you why. Because, you know, at this point, Florence was like, okay, so what's going on with everybody else? What's going on with you guys? She was like, yeah, because, you know, my son, he got stabbed in prison like yesterday, okay? And we found out she has a 22-year-old son. And, you know, he, I think, got arrested for burglary or something like that. He violated his parole, and so now he's back in jail for 2 years, okay? Then all of a sudden, it was quiet or whatever while she was talking, and then all of a sudden, Gael said, I don't even know what's going on with my son. I don't even know. And then she put her head down. Please don't come at me, because that shit was fake, okay? That was fake as hell. It was fake. I'm sorry, because there was no tears coming out. It felt like somebody cued to her to start crying. Florence was even sitting there like this. Should I get up or what? I don't think this was part of the script. Who changed the script? Because it took a minute for her to get up after the other sister Joyce got up. And mind you, when Joyce get up and go over there and try to hug on her, and they give her some napkins, when Gael pulled her face up, baby, that face was still beat, okay? Was not no tear streak or nothing. Nothing was dripping or blending in or nothing like that. I said, girl, you're not even crying, okay? I don't know what this is, but, you know, I'm sad about your son. That's messed up, but the theatrics or whatever. And then Florence finally said something, because Florence literally was sitting there like this. I said, damn, girl, you ain't gonna get up and go over there and try to hug your sister or whatever. She is crying. What is happening? Girl, she was like, you know, I forgot all about the stuff that Gael might be going through with dealing with my stuff with Marlon. I said, girl, y'all are a freaking mess. This is why y'all need to come together and get some acting classes, okay? Because that was messed up. So we back on vacation time with Trina. Joy is just like, listen, what happened last night shouldn't have happened, and it's not Pastor Bentley's fault. It's my fault. And I said, yes, exactly. It is your fault because you should have known that your cousin would have popped off, okay? And like some people was pointing out, the pastor didn't bring up Trina mama, okay? But I get Trina perspective, okay? Don't sit here in my face and tell me that God told you that because the pastor was very specific. God told me that I was gonna come to this entertainer and tell her that everything was gonna be okay and it was gonna take away the pain. No, you're catering and you're pandering to me right about now, and that's why I wasn't here for it too, okay? Because like all of a sudden conveniently this happened when you know my situation. Like, no, let's not do that, okay? And that's where Trina was coming from. But baby, I don't care what Trina says, because at first when they came out there, Bobby was the one that brought it up. Trina was basically like, she wasn't pissed off at Pastor Bentley. It was just that, don't talk to me about saying that God said you do this and for you to do that, and you was gonna take my pain away. Now you lying on God because God didn't put that in your mouth right in there. Truth be told, we don't really know. We don't really know, but at the same time, I understand where she coming from and what it is. And I said you still owe that lady apology, and I hope Trina apologized to that lady. And truth be told, regardless of how I feel about the woman, that woman did not deserve the disrespect that you gave her. And I don't care if you was not pissed off at her. She did not deserve to be spoken to the way that you spoke to her, okay? All of that vitriol or whatever that came out, I know it was out of the blue, or you wasn't expecting all that. You hurt and you grieving and all that stuff. You need therapy. You need to pray about it as well. But at the same time, you didn't need to. You could have curbed yourself from blowing up like that, okay? You don't have to blow up all the goddamn time, all right? That just was not right. And I hope she gave that lady an apology. And truth be told, you should have gave her an apology on camera since you publicly goddamn disrespected her. Anyway, moving on from that, Bill, he outside working on his car. His brother comes out there. Did he get shot? Because I saw this line on his stomach that looked like he probably got shot in his stomach or whatever. But basically, Bill up in a confession like, I just been depressed, ever since the stuff been going on between me and my old lady. She been my world. She the one that got me back on the right track. I was going through it, but now, we not talking no more, and it's just like I don't know what to do. Okay. And I actually like this scene between him and his brother because we need more scenes where men are uplifting their brothers or men in general, especially black men, because we don't see too much of that, or we see it, but we don't see enough. Okay. And, it's not always a negative thing, and it's not always, well, F that bitch or whatever, go get another one, okay? Quit tripping over that one. If she don't want you, go get another one. His brother was basically telling him, if you feel this way so strongly about Suki, because he was talking about how Suki basically saved him. Okay, he was facing a murder charge. He got out of jail, and she, for the past year, he was so wrapped up in her life that it saved him. You know what I'm saying? Baby, I don't want to be wrapped up in somebody's life that my life becomes your life. No, ma'am. I love you or whatever, but I still want to do my thing. But I get it. And it was cute. It's a hood love story or whatever. And I still don't feel like they're right for each other at this point, okay? They still, if they want to be together, they still have to work on things, but that getting married type of situation, no. And the brother was basically saying, the stuff that you're telling me, you need to sit down and you need to tell her. Okay? He wasn't telling him to just break up with her and to let that go. No, if you want your woman, show that respect and fight for her. Okay? I was like, oh, all right. I didn't expect that to come from y'all, but okay, cool. Meanwhile, we get to Amara. What's that girl? Well, actually, it was Princess and Neri. They meet up. And then, as they meeting up, Princess asks her, what's going on with you, Neri? Neri talking about something, she's getting ready for her anniversary. I guess they finna renew the vows or whatever. Woo, 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 woo. And then, she was like, I'm hoping to make it to 10 years and all this stuff. I said, girl, you ain't making it to nothing because y'all got divorced. And see, I never really disliked Princess, but this made me dislike her. This whole couple of episodes and this whole issue. Amara, you can put yourself in that boat too, because you as a black woman, you are black, okay? I don't give a what nobody says, when they look at you, you are a black woman. Okay, you self-proclaimed Afro-Latina. For somebody who try to fight so hard in season one for you to be noticed, for you to be Afro-Latinos and Latinas to be respected, okay, and to be accepted and included in things like this, and to have their space or whatever. It baffled the hell out of me, the fact that you set your ass down with that half afro wig that you had on. It was curly, it was almost afro wig. You set your ass down and you listened to what Princess said, basically trying to make it, turn it on Sheila, and basically trying to make it so that Sheila was literally excluding people on purpose. Okay, like that was her goal. All right. And so now Princess is like, I'm not coming, and this could have happened and this could have happened or whatever. And what if my mom was in that group and she could have learned how to do this? It's not a fucking parenting group, okay? You want some help? Go read Parenting Magazine, okay? Go talk to Grandma Norwood, all right? Go fucking talk to Brandy, bitch. Go talk to somebody else, okay? You got homegirls that's black. You got a whole village. That goes to show that you probably don't have real friends in your life, okay? And you don't have black friends in your life, because you wouldn't be pining and making this a goddamn excuse for anything, for to be pissed off at Sheila. This is no reason to be mad at this girl. No reason whatsoever. It's just like having a robotics club and a person that plays chess that don't know nothing about robotics being upset because they can't join the robotics club because they're just a chess player. You don't know nothing about it, so why do you want to join it right now, okay? This is for established people, not a beginner's class or whatever. You're a chess player. Go to the chess club, okay? And then once we get established of that, go find your beginner's robotics club, okay? Like, no, I don't want to learn nothing about robotics. I just want to play chess. Okay, well, go to the chess club. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, what is the issue? And then, Amara, you bring your ass up in there and you talking about basically, she wrong for doing that. You would think that you would want somebody to have something for all women. All women aren't the same. All women don't have the same issues in this society. All women aren't oppressed the way that black women are oppressed, the way that Latino women are oppressed, or Latina women are oppressed, the way that Asian women are oppressed. All people of color are not the same, are not treated the same. What about that don't you understand when you went through what you went through in the first season about your Afro-Latina heritage? I just don't understand it. Why is this an issue? And why anyway, moving on from that. You up here talking about something, you was pregnant and you lost the baby, and then you told Alan, and Alan was basically like, okay, and so what you want me to do about it? Now you thinking like your mama was goddamn right. Your mama was right this whole damn time. Anyway, they just pissed me off. And speaking of Amara, she comes home and, she want to do something for her dad because he's about to go back to the DR. But, baby, she telling her mama this and all that. And mama just sitting there just like, baby, I got to show you something, okay? Come with me, And so we go into the kitchen and there is a vase of flowers. First of all, I would have been... He couldn't afford that the better, okay? Don't show Nene that, because she'll, them cheap ass shits. That's what she would have said. But no, in a letter that had her name on it. And basically in that letter, like, Daddy couldn't even send her a 4-page letter, Aaliyah, okay? He said 1 page, and that it was barely 1 page. I'm so grateful for the times that we spent together, and hopefully that time made up for the time that we lost. I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I said men have their nerves, okay? Deadbeat dads have their nerves, okay? I ain't gonna say men. Deadbeat dads have their nerves, okay? Because that's exactly what he is, all right? Listen, that man literally said, I hope the time that we spent together, these past times that we spent together, made up for the time that we lost. Baby, it was years, okay? Probably a couple of decades plus that you lost with her, all right? A couple of months, okay? Maybe a year into the pandemic. That does not make up for years that was left, okay? That was lost. I said, you got your goddamn nerves, sir. Amada was like, wait a minute, so he just left? He didn't even want to wait till I come back and just say goodbye or whatever? And the mom was like, I asked him that, and he was like, no, I'll talk to her later. I just wanted him to love me. Maybe he didn't love me. People love each other in different ways. That's probably what it is. And Amada She put it on the head. She was forced in the situation. She wanted him to love her the way that she thought that he's supposed to, or that she needed him to. And at the end of the day, he was never going to do that. And like she said, probably the only reason why that he was there was because of the pandemic and he needed somewhere to stay. That's it. Okay. He didn't love her. He probably liked her, but he never loved her. I don't know if that's the case, but it seems like it. I feel like that's what it is. And she forced the situation. When she first met him on the previous season, I didn't get the feel that you would actually let him come stay up in your house. And I needed to see how that's what they should have been recording. How that interaction went from that to you letting him stay up in your house for the pandemic. Okay? Because truth be told, I don't care, we don't have that type of relationship and we just not getting to know each other. And for me, it's going to take a little bit more time before I let your ass stay up in my house. And I don't care what it is that you're going through. You were not there for me. I'm just that type of person. I'm not forgiving right off the bat. You have to earn that stuff. And she was so thirsty for a relationship, and I'm not mad at her because it be like that. But like she said, she forced that stuff. When you never had that and you yearn for it, you do whatever you can to get it. But I'm the type of person, bitch, you ain't there, I'm not finna force you to do nothing, okay? And no, don't come asking me for nothing. Don't do that. So, of course it wouldn't be Amara if it didn't have a little bit of theatrics that's going on, because she stood there for a second and she grabbed that vase and she threw it down and she looked over at her mom and she looked over at the camera like, was that good? I'm sorry. Girl, Love and Hip Hop is so scripted. It's a serious moment, but I shouldn't be finding stuff that make me laugh. I'm sorry. Um, Maybe we'll get to it in a second. Okay, Trina, Joy and them got Trina to go to this sound bath type of situation. Now, when I first heard sound bath, I literally thought it was like a bath, but I realized what it was like a little bit ago, not just recently, but talking about looking at the episode, but it's common, okay, because I was in here like zoning the fuck out a little bit, but Trina is slow to be opened up to certain things, okay? And she feels like, here they go again, trying to, fix me or whatever, but I'ma chill, okay? And she actually relaxed, okay? Like, when everything was over, she was the only one that was laying there that was still asleep, you know what I'm saying? Mama was knocked out, okay? She was relaxed or whatever, so I guess something worked, okay? Meanwhile, we get to Gael, Marlon, and Debbie in Florence, meeting at Florence in their restaurant, okay? Debbie walked up in there. Marlon, like, I had to go ahead and tell her, just to see, get this out in the open or whatever, so we could start going back and forth, because it's beginning to be like telephone. I said because of your stuff. What made me laugh is because Marlon is giving me the feel of Love and Hip Hop old. You know what I'm saying? When the men were messy, okay? When they were just messy, lying about stuff that they was doing or whatever. That is what Marlon is giving me, okay? And that is the saving grace for me for this show, okay? This season. Because Debbie got there, okay? Debbie was like, okay, so what's up? And it was like, so, you want to tell us what happened? And then she was like, okay, so this what happened. I was sitting here, we were smoking hookah, whatever. Y'all love the hookah, okay? I don't understand the hold that it has on the black community, but it has a hold, okay? But especially y'all niggas down south. All right. Tell me I'm lying. All right, she was like, I was sitting right there with, like, he asked me how I was doing or whatever, and I was like, I'm fine. Next thing like, I was sitting over there just like Gael is sitting on top of the thing, and I had on a long dress, okay? Next thing he comes over there and he pulled up my dress and he was giving fellatio, okay? And that's what happened. Marlon was like, nah, that ain't it or whatever, and she was like, am I lying? Tell me I'm lying, okay? And he was up there talking about something, he missed me or whatever. Baby, I'm still laughing at that. I never said I miss you. I said, Miss, can I talk to you? I said, nigga, okay? And what made me so bad about this is you could tell that he's lying because it's all up in his face, because he's looking worried in his eyes about what else is going to be put out there as if it was something else. And like Debbie said, the only reason why this ain't 9 out of 10, this is not the first time you done this, but this the first time that you actually got caught red-handed, because she went on ahead and told Gael what was going on. And then it turned from me being pissed off at Debbie for allowing this, because Debbie, I'm pretty sure you knew that he was married, Cause and when I say pissed off for her allowing it, meaning her entertaining it, because you could have said no, but you went on ahead and let it happen or whatever. You know, you engaged in it as well, okay? But I'm less pissed off at her as I was earlier because of the way that he was reacting, and he trying to make this girl seem like it was her fault or whatever. But she don't have no loyalty to your wife, okay? She don't have loyalty to your wife. You have loyalty to your wife, okay? And so therefore, you the one that shouldn't have did nothing, trying to say it was a trap. It was a trap. I said a trap. A trap, Marlon. Baby, Marlon came up with idiot everything. Okay, it was a trap. It was her fault. You know, she did this to me, all of this stuff. And at one point, you know, she was like, then who told me? This was Florence, okay? You know, because Debbie was like, he was telling me stuff about how, you know, the reason why he was doing all this, because, you know, you was out here doing all these shows. How would I know that? How would I know that? And then Florence looked at him and was like, who told her that? Who told her? Who told her? And I was just like, child, he told her, okay? He was like, okay. I did say that because I was unhappy at home for a little bit. And, you know, that's what happened, okay? And she just put it in my face, so therefore I took it. And if you're gonna put it up in my face, I'm not gonna turn it down. So you're not gonna turn down anybody that just throw something at you like that? You're not gonna turn it down? No. I said, wait a minute. He was being truthful that time. I said, what? And at this point, that's when Debbie said, let's beat his ass. Let's beat his pussy ass. Come on, let's jump him. I said, ooh. And she looked like she'll fucking nigga up, okay? Like, girl, she was pissed, and I don't blame her. Because what you not gonna do is lie on me, okay? It's bad enough that I did this. I partaked in this. I didn't stop it. I continued it. I consensually did it, okay? But you're not gonna lie on my stuff and make me seem like it was just me and you ain't had nothing to do with it and you was coasted into it. Okay, that's not what we're gonna do. All right, so you know, Florence tried to hit him with the bag and she trying to hit him with the bag, and you know, he's still sitting there drinking his liquor, and Debbie like, look what you doing to her. She crying. Look what you doing to her. Girl, Marlon don't care because Marlon knows that Florence is gonna be right back with him. That's all that it is. It's entertainment for us. It made me laugh. So, Suki opens up her shop or whatever. We got everybody. Listen, that cousin, he is forever sweating. He is the only one consistently throughout this whole show, this whole season, that is always sweating. In the confessional, he was sweating. In the freaking store, he was sweating. He said, shout out to everybody that worked at City Trends, Popeyes, and KFC. Said I wouldn't make it. Here I am, bitch. I was like, all right. But you know, when he was trying to sell that dress to that girl, Rihanna wore this same thing. Okay, go ahead, girl. It was reminding me of Jodie from Baby Boy. But of course, you know, Suki has her grand opening. She talks to the people. And then here comes Bill. He was like, I ain't trying to mess up her moment or whatever, disrespect her, but I got to get my girl. Okay, so he go up in there. He was like, you know, I love you. You the one for me. I ain't, you know, you still my girl or whatever. No, regardless of what nobody say. So do you want it or not? He got that on his knees and he opened up the ring box. I said, the way y'all propose these days. That's an upgrade from Scrappy, you gonna marry a nigga or not. Okay, that's an upgrade from that. But, you know, it took Sukiana friend to come out and say, you know, street niggas don't really, you know, express their emotions like that. And we know he ain't never been in love, so this is a big deal for him. And, you know, of course, Suki says she loves him and then they get together. They okay for now. I don't know if they back together now, but hey, it is what it is. That was Love and Hip Hop Miami. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.